Hi, hello, my name is Julia, and this video will be about nude photography edits and about erotic photography. And I will speak from my experience about what is important. Okay, this video will not include any tips about the softwares, or any editing stuff in general. Okay, I will speak about something what other photographers probably do not mention, and I came across creating erotica. Okay, so let me just start from the beginning. Okay, oh my god, my other screen is frozen. I probably used in this video. Just a frozen screen I have. I don't know what happened. Okay, so let me tell you, right, what happens during the editing process. Editing process consumes the most energy and the most time. Okay, and that's why photographers would like to skip this process and resize it, okay, so that if the photo shoot, for example, event is 700 images, they would downgrade that the whole shoot to 150 or something, and then give you maybe 20 pictures. Okay, why photographers do that? To save their own time. Okay, they do that because the time is money and it matters. Okay, and they decide. Okay, that's the most unfair thing probably in general when I hear when people do the photo shoot, they go through the experience, okay, and then they have few pictures from the photographers. Okay, and from my own experience, and I'm in photography more than 10 years, right, I can tell you that at the beginning I was giving all the highlights, okay, till this moment, because I know that this is very important when people go through such an experience and event. Okay, and nude photography is challenging. Okay, challenging experience. There is always a starting point. Okay, there is always a progress line. Okay, there is always how to say, new things and the new basically we change the shoot sometime, right? We do not create the same photo shoot for everyone, right? And then you would just see yourself as in a development process. Okay, and the creative process is the most powerful process, right? So when I gave to my clients all the photography and all the images, I have noticed, right, that I would match only 30% of images that they like. Okay, how they choose the images? They associate their images with themselves, with their emotions, with their feelings, with their thoughts in their heads. Not always it is about the looks. Okay, and I can tell you why, because, as a photographer, you trained, okay, you trained your eye to spot the best images, the best looking images, okay, in the photography, uh, going through the photography, how to say, techniques, you would just choose and select the best image for that kind of a standard. Okay, and so I have noticed that very often people would not choose those images. Okay, and I often ask myself why they would not choose the hot images. I remember one couple was shooting, and the woman wanted a solo shoot, and I've decided to push her during the photo shoot to create the most sexiest images, right? She was quite shy, she was quite reserved, she was really good looking. So we dressed her sexy, and I made drop dead gorgeous, hot, sexy, powerful images, and she didn't choose any of them. You know why? Because it wasn't her. Okay, she chose all the images that do not stand out, that belong to the gray mouse. Okay, and that she's comfortable with. And I went through this testing process with many people. Okay, editing in general, it's a very tricky part of the photo shoot, because you can transform that image to unrecognizable, okay, side, right? You can make in the editing, especially when you do nude photography, you can make from the woman a man, okay? And from the man, you can make a woman, right? And the editing is also confusing people because you see, it is very hard to notice or see unedited images now, okay? Everything is Photoshop, everything is filter. Even now, you can see me using the filter, okay, for a reason. Okay, so that people are hiding behind their masks. Okay, and they're generally hiding from themselves. Okay, and they have this illusion that they wanna look better than they are. Okay, and this is photographer's job to create that illusion. And of course, if we speak about the editing, it's a post-production process that changes everything, right? So sometimes people spend in editing way too long, okay, and they become unrecognizable, right? So that's why we have an editing tutorials that they will teach you when is it enough, okay, when you over edit, when you push too far, okay. And we're going into this digital age now, okay, when AI can transform and change images and videos into movies or cartoons or whatever they can transform into. And of course they will edit anything, right? If you have no makeup, they will put makeup on, right? If you have terrible skin, they will change and smooth the skin. There are a lot of presets, right? People are now going away from natural and real photography, right? And somehow this is not even a trend, okay? It's like before, you know, in fashion, there was a really popular thing just to have a skinny girls and skinny models, and that's what young generation would accept and understand, okay? That only skinny is sexy, right? And then they will try to change themselves and be like those models, and that's damaging the mental health, you know, all these kind of a trends. So I moved away from that. I'm not saying that I am not editing, but I do a minimalistic edit. But where I see these problems, right? The first thing is when people arrive and they do not want to be themselves, okay? They already chose. And how the most delusional, you know, and scary thing is that women most of the time, I'm not saying that only women, men also, but women most of the time will go to Pinterest or whatever browser they will have with the images. They would choose the most hottest and sexiest, accomplished, experienced model shots, okay, and then they will come to photographer and they would like to make that. Okay, they don't want a photo shoot about themselves. They don't want to develop their skills. They want to look like that, okay, and they want to shoot like that, and they are asking for this. And then I ask them back, have you been in the studio? Are you a model? Okay, most of the time they don't look even close like that, okay? They choose the posings that they cannot even achieve, okay? They're not even training at home. So it's like me going to a tango lesson, you know, and meeting my teacher for the first time in the lesson and saying, that's it, I want to have one lesson and I want to dance and, you know, how to say, go into championship, you know. It's so ridiculous, you know, to request that, because it's a process and it's a long how to say, it's a long way, okay, to become that great superstar model looking, okay, on the pictures. I am not saying that you can't create great and successful shots from the first photo shoot, but I am saying that a lot of people are confused that they want to be someone else, okay, they want to be in someone else's shoes, wearing someone else's clothes, look like someone else, and be like someone else. And my photo shoot is in reverse, you know. So I am trying to actually break that standard and break that stupid, you know, image in their head. They do not see themselves, They actually blinded, okay, and they do not see themselves. And if we speak about uniqueness, individuality, personality, sexuality, this is all comes from that person. You can't be another person. First of all, you need to be born in to be that person. Then you need to go that path, okay, to become that person. Then you need to have that experience, okay, and all the DNA and characteristics and whatever. So I don't know where is this illusion comes from. Okay, I don't know, right? But I think it's photographers' job. Stop, producing this bullshit. Stop producing the bullshit, because what happens is they lie. Okay, they give, like I say, if the photo shoot, for example, is 100 shots and you receive 5 or 10 images, and you get to see only the ones that are amazing and only the ones which are edited and transformed, and you do not see unsuccessful shots. Okay, this is like constant, living a constant lie. Okay, and I've been in this glamour industry when at that time when I've been there, it was a standard and it was okay. Okay, it was okay. And the standard at those days when I've been there was a plastic fantastic. Okay, figures. So that standard was plastic fantastic. And then what happened 10 years later? Everyone went into surgeries, and everyone was how to say, developing this illusion into realities, okay, and becoming those realities, right? Becoming those realities. I can tell you how absurd is that. Okay, once I was invited to an aesthetic beauty clinic to do like a shoot, okay, before and after shoot. We're talking about procedures, right? And I arrived, was no one there, okay, in this clinic. Was no one there, and I was sitting and drinking a coffee, having that break preparation, and I was watching a magazine, okay? And I was so consumed with this article that moment, I just didn't see what happened. But when I finished, I noticed that there are a lot of people, okay, sitting in that area. And when I lift my head, I was the oldest, okay? In that clinic, there were a bunch of young girls, a bunch of young girls who were convinced that they need to change something about themselves, improve themselves, add something to their beauty, okay? And that's what the photographers do, okay? That's what the media do. So it started from there, okay? It's okay to speak about the fashion. Now we accept plus size models, right? Now we accept the different figures in the fashion. Before was that rule, you need to be flat, skinny, and tall and anorexic, right? Now there is a little bit different. We kind of softened that edge. It was, it was leading nowhere, because you see, when you are a human, you just born into different shape, and everyone is a different form, and everyone has a different content inside them, right? And when they reach their 40s and over 40s, they start asking those questions, okay? Who the fuck I am? What should I do, and what's happening with me? But when you live in that constant lie, when you are how to say, pretending you are someone else, or you are going to change your appearance and you want to look someone else, and so on and so on, this kind of an industry we're living in now, and photographers are fine about it, okay? They don't even ask to Photoshop this picture. They Photoshop to make the client happy. So they do the photo shoot. They do not see themselves. They do not see really who they are. They do not understand what it is a photo shoot, that this is about their uniqueness, that this is about their looks, okay? And that's really sad. Okay, so the editing went, I think, totally in a different direction. Okay, in general, Photoshop was created for business industries, and then it became crazy popular with editors who are shooting humans. Okay, and they first the editor start the first those crazy transformations, okay? And when you're showing that visual information to a public, and especially when you were the young person, and edited to a perfection, okay? And there are a lot of people who are obsessed about the perfection, okay? And you see the beauty is in imperfections, right? So we are not talking about this. We are not showing someone who is imperfect, right? We are trying to cover it up and mask it up. And like I say, everyone already arrives with the masks on, okay? It is very complicated. Seriously, the shoot is very complicated if you need to take that mask off and explain the person that this is him or her, okay, and that this is beautiful. Okay, so when I started the first journey and I thought that photography is that kind of a therapy, okay, I have the story about one young girl, a virgin girl, okay, who was so pretty, drop dead gorgeous, okay, and hated herself and didn't like herself and went through a childhood when she was damaged, okay. She was by her mom. Her mom was separated and she was the only child, and her mom was keeping her locked, okay, all the time, closed, locked. And when she got to 18, she ran away. Of course, she ran away and she arrived to London. And I will tell you the story. You know, you can help those people by creating art. When you make art, okay, then they stop hating themselves, okay, they stop hating themselves, they stop hating their body, and yeah, you can change their future then, okay. This negative body image, it's stuck to majority of people, okay. I could tell you that even mature people, okay, have that, but mature people are more grown into that aging process and understand that this cover or this suit what you are wearing is changing and it will get old, and that's it, and nothing you can do much, okay. But even then, now our celebrities are showing and proving to everybody that aging can be reversed in some way, or you can age gracefully and look 90 or 70 younger than some other 50-year-old, okay, due to the operation. I'm not talking about natural aging, right? So yeah, so our standards extremely changed, okay, and photo shoot and editing process have changed as well, okay, have changed, and I would like to speak about many things what are not good, okay, what's happening, okay, and why this is happening, and what happens as a consequence, okay. We have a lot of ill people, right? Ill people. Very recently, one of my models, okay, went through the operation, and she paid £24,000 to change her face, okay, to change her face. So imagine glamour model, an escort model, selling her body, okay. She has a son, okay. She's a single mom, so the life is not great, right? Not to concentrate and developing herself from inside. They think that they will go change their appearance and their life will change, okay, the life quality will change. So imagine you selling your body for a year so that you can save that money and give to the surgeon to change your face. And let me tell you this, she was a drop dead gorgeous girl, very pretty. I don't know what is needed there to change, okay. But this pressure from society, she thinks that if she will change her appearance, she will change her identity. And identity is what is here, how you feel yourself and how you feel in this body. And how you feel in this body, that's how you know, express yourself. And that's what you attract to yourself, right? Changing and how to say, surgically uh, doing an impact on your visual presence, it doesn't change the inner, information. Okay. So that's sad when I think about it. Okay. First of all, she changed and I do not like the change. Okay. She's very nice. Okay. She's very nice. So I recognize her when, we're texting and talking. She's a very warm person. Okay. But that's how, this wall affects people. So they would live their life and spend money on something what is thing they crucial, very important. Okay. Like that's very important. Okay. To sell your body so that you can save that money, so that you can then change yourself, improve to the perfection. Okay. And what that means is blow everything up. Okay. Smoothen everything up. Okay. It means everything. Okay. I don't know. But that's the editing effect. Okay. When everyone is perfect. Okay. Why people are so scared to be not perfect? Okay. Photographers are scared to show all the images because on those rest of the images the clients are not perfect. Okay, so they are developing this trend, okay, and giving this bullshit to public. Okay, I give all the images. I want the person know that this is his body, and from the front he looks this way, from the side he looks this way, when he bends he looks this way, when the legs are open in the air he looks this way, and that's everywhere that person. Okay, and yes, before I would like to make this perfection, I didn't understand. Okay, I didn't see what happening, but through those years, I could see what damage it made. Okay, what damaged, and my photo shoots are always start from the point that I need to figure out how many masks that person is wearing, usually more than one. Okay, and break that, break that whole thing. Take the mask off so that the person start feeling. And even then, I just shot the couples are very easy to shoot because they can distract themselves and there are two people on stage. When the one person feels unsafe, insecure, and constantly have this kind of a thoughts in their heads. And when I was editing now this file, these moments when they don't do anything, when they not perform loving scenes, I could see on their faces they going back to that phase, then they overthinking. Okay, that kind of the thought comes cross my mind, like, what the hell I am doing here, why I am doing that, what the fuck, like that. Okay, it is. And you see, when we were younger, okay, when we were kids, right, we were happy to experience what is new. Okay, we were excited about try something new. We were creators. Okay, we were testers. We were experimenting on every step. Right, when we're growing out, we kind of changed and put in these limits and boundaries and constantly overthinking, is this allowed, is it not allowed, am I doing the right thing, who will judge me, what will happen. And these constant thoughts, they are killing us, and that's what actually make us old. That's what actually triggers those aging process. Okay, so the photo shoot in general, I would say in majority of the studios that I know, is a business process. No one cares about the energy flow. It's true. The reason why, because it's scary. Okay, you need to be do some kind of a inner work yourself to understand what is the energy flow, to understand how long that person will take to actually relax and remove all these kind of insecurities, remove all these chains, right? When the photo shoot will start, when you know pe- people don't want to go into this situation. Yeah, everything is staged, everything is posed, few shots change, few shots go edited, the best pictures. What if those pictures which are not successful are most important to that person in terms of a development process, in terms of overcoming insecurities? Yeah. When I was giving all the files, right? People, majority of people, when they receive 500 pictures, they were confused. Like, there is so much information about them, right? If I would do a selection and I choose the best ones, I would straight away lift them up. Okay, the confidence will go up because, oh my gosh, I am great, amazing model. Okay, but that's not true. To go into the great shots, you need to make unsuccessful shots too. Okay, and some people do not understand this. Okay, and especially it is so funny when, like I say, people come to photo shoot, never been in a studio, do not look like a model, never move their body, don't know what it is to open up, to relax, to be in front of the camera, to undress in front of the camera, right? They do not understand that this testing is necessary. Okay, and sometimes you need more than one shoot, okay, to seriously nail it. Okay, I have couples who shot 3, 4, 5 times, and only now they're saying that they, in their heart, they understand the process and they want to shoot it, and they how to say, have a great result, right? I'm not saying that I don't do great results. All my shoots are successful. Okay, but there is a responsibility, should be on the other side. Okay, it can't be, when you speak about, very simple, I come back to this dancing. When you speak about dancing, right, you can learn from the one lesson, moves and stuff. But will you be the great dancer in one lesson? You show me. You show me who is a great dancer, who win the champion, who had one driving lesson. Okay. No, let's talk about driving. You show me who had one driving lesson is a great driver. Okay, go straight away to Formula One. Why they think about the photography as a different thing, different process, or why they think that the photographer actually has to put the work. Okay, no, seriously, that's how it looks like. And then they think that the photographer, if they didn't succeed really well, right? And editing, of course, would change the images. You can change the body shape in there, right? If they even not in the right pose, you can change the pose in the Photoshop and make that picture perfect. That's absolutely easy peasy, okay? But does it have the same effect for that person, for his growth, for his emotional and mental and physical development, right? Does it has an impact on that negative image that he has in this head? No. No, you can stage it up, you can shoot very quickly, you can edit everything and change in the Photoshop and continue with your business. No, seriously. Just printing, one photo shoot after the other. And that would be easy. That would be easy. But does Julia looks for the easy ways? No. No, I don't see the point. There are so many people who does that. Okay, when people go to the photo shoot, they even didn't understand. Didn't feel anything. And especially when we speak about erotic photo shoot, why photographers do not want to go into this sexual, sensual, emotional, sensational mode? Because they can't do it themselves. So that's why they can't lead others. Okay, they feel uncomfortable, they feel nervous, they feel awkward in front of those people who are performing. Seriously, that's a very big challenge. Okay, did I went through this in photography business? No, I've actually spent before I spent years in adult business. Okay, I spent years in adult business where was a lot of models. Okay, in administrative field, management field, and I was just a witness to all of those, adventures, sexual adventures, men coming to have with adult models. Okay, and so at first for me it was also uncomfortable. Yeah, it is different. It is different even in the editing process, because if you are shooting nudity and it's not staged, it makes you feel something. Your editing process changes. It's not the same like editing a cat or a car. Okay, when you see an imagery or videos when people are making love and creating sex scenes, scenarios, right? And most of the editors get a boner, get arousal. It took me many years to be absolutely calm and not to be affected through the footage. And the first footage what I shot was extremely hot. I remember my first video with the models, like impressive one, okay, with one of the celebrity who was a Hollywood actor, right? And his performance was amazing, and the way these ladies models were around him, it was like, I can't even tell you. I understand now why they're the actors. They have this charisma, they have this energy. You kind of in their movie, okay? They make this, you know, content really powerful. So I remember that I start editing, and then I have texted him saying that I can't, I need to have break every like 5 or 10 minutes. I can't edit this footage. And I have 1,000 pictures. Okay, I can't edit. It's just too hot. I was affected. But that's what I mean by great photography. Okay, when you're affected by a sexual energy. Okay, does anyone wants to disrupt their life? No, I would, if I would be a business person, not a creator, of course, I would shoot one style. Okay, I would have my own, preferable posing set, and you would just apply it to every client to have guaranteed a successful shoot. What the studios do. Okay, that's the formula. But I think this time came that it has to change. Everyone is shooting the same thing. When it comes to nudity, everyone experiences different situations. Absolutely different energy flow, absolutely different time to actually start the shoot and move into this mode, okay? Everything very individual to everyone. And then, does photographer who is in business have time? No. And I understand them. That's a great module for business. Okay. But if you want to move on and create art and make something special, you need to go away from the standards and break the standards and try different things. Okay. That's why not many women photographers are there. Okay. Breaking those standards. Right. So, when you're making love scene, it is inevitable, okay, to make people come. Okay, it is inevitable, right? If the couple is shooting for 1 hour or two, okay, and making love scenes, they got so much aroused that they want to come. That's a normal thing. Okay, if you are understanding the energy flow, right, then you need to go to the end. How you can make an omelet and not gonna break the eggs? How? Okay. And so again, another thing, does the photographer, other photographer wants to experience this with other people, to relive this very intimate moment? Does the photographer wants to have the semen smell around the studio? No. So that's why they're not going, because they all have limitations themselves. Okay, they have the boundaries, they have the limits, and the photo shoots are like everywhere else. Okay. And if we speak about the editing, when you shoot making love scenes, you see every moment matters. It's like an event photography. It's like, imagine if you're doing a wedding. It is important for you to remember the preparation, right? It is important to remember the venue. It is important to remember the guest. It is important to remember what happened during the party, okay? And different parties, right? Some parties are celebrating, some parties are fighting, okay? Right? Different, parties happen, okay? So imagine if there will be a photographer who will just choose and shoot in the same way everything, right? So you would not have that. You would not see how your event, your story progressed, where it started, how it developed, what happened, okay, what was good, what was bad. No, it will be just a few great pictures of as a memory of a wedding, like of a groom and a bride. Okay. And that's exactly what happens now at the studio. Okay. So you will go through the photo shoot, and of course you would not go it to the extent that I do. Okay. Because these are adult agencies who make movies. Okay. They qualified. Okay. And they produce that type of content. So the students don't go there. Okay. Not to look like that. Right. And because they're not qualified, they're not experienced. Right. And then they create everything the same, and you will have the same moments, and from those moments you would not see what happened during that wedding. Was there a fight? Was there a good meal? Was there, what happened? You would not get that information. Okay. So if you do not get an information about the event, you can't actually evaluate in a few pictures, right? So my photo shoot are also like an event. Okay. And I take time to create that event. I take time to shoot it in many ways and to try different scenarios. And of course, the most important thing is to have that energy and to have that flow through the shoot. Okay. Because imagine you're shooting stimulation, sexual stimulation scenarios, right? And you can feel this building up energy, and straight away, and then you say, okay, this is finished now. Go and how to say, finish somewhere else. Many times happen in the other studios, I guess. Okay. So I don't think that this is a point. I want to shoot everything because I am developing this. Okay. I'm building up. So I want to shoot the climax as well. That's amazing, to have this energy around you and with you, and to understand this, how other people experience that moment. Okay. That's what is important. And it is very sad when some couples cannot. Okay. They just cannot relax. Okay. I have those couples who would suggest to fake the orgasm. No, seriously. And sometime I think maybe they should, because the footage, their video footage will be better, having how to say, having that kind of an epic end, right? No matter is real or fake. Even for them, it will be a lesson. They would think in their mind and rethink why it didn't happen for them. Okay, why? Okay. But majority couples are going all the way, right? And experiencing these moments with me. And that's what it matters. So how would you edit that? Okay. There are a lot of editors who are looking for work, and especially when they being trained in that olden style, and they reaching me out constantly. Every week someone is looking for work, in editing process. And they do not understand, okay, that I am not shooting this type of content, okay? I will give them cocks, pussies, asses, boobs, and penetration shots to edit. That's what I would give them, okay? So I edit at the moment myself because I'm kind of, don't like my images to travel around the world. Most of the time, these editors are on the other side, okay, somewhere in India, Philippines, or whatever they are, okay. So, but the second thing is I can't give them this artwork because they never been trained. They haven't seen this, okay. They haven't seen this, and when I write that that's exactly what you will edit, okay, then they will stop. Right? Stop for two reasons. First of all, like I say, this is not a usual content. It's charged by energy. Okay, it's charged by energy. My website designers, before I had designers, now I design my websites myself. They would write me and they would say, "Your images are so like hot. It's so turning on. I can't work on your website." And there were many designers who would refuse, okay, or give me like a ridiculous price, okay. Like I could fly to the moon, and back. And that's how I learned to actually make my website. I know how to do it. I'm just lazy, okay. And my goal now is to speak about erotica, to speak about photography in different kind of aspects, okay. And of course develop my galleries so that I can show my artwork. At the moment, because you see, I am not a company, right? I am an artist, okay, and I kind of suppressed in terms of displaying this making love scenes and artwork. I just recently received a message from Google saying that they do not even show my website because of the nudity. And so I was scared. I removed a lot of nudity and tried to play by the rules and try to be nice, fuck it. I can't, I am too old. I don't have time anymore to waste. I'll just go back to my archives and get all the images which I believe are most sexiest, okay, the hottest, and I need to start to show this artwork, okay, so that people will understand. That people will understand what is sexy. Imperfection is sexy. The raw feelings are sexy, okay? The sexual chemistry, okay? The connection, okay? How people experiment. How people experiment when they are not bound by the other, commitments. Like, for example, when you shoot an adult model or a couple who wants to do business, okay, it's a different energy. They're doing this for money. I always say this. I don't have a single couple who will come to express their love, create a love story, have a hot, sexy video of themselves, how they are as a couple, and then sell it. No one has this agenda. They're experimenting it because they want to know each other and they want to memorize how they are while they can, okay, because every day we are getting older and coming closer to that expiry date. So what will stay with you? I always think about this because I came to that point when, do you see this I am in my bedroom and this is my wardrobe. It's a very big wardrobe, you see, and I have so many clothes in there. I want to throw everything. I want to just throw everything, I just want to throw everything because I realized nothing is matters anymore, What matters is people around you, how they treat you, how they love you, what you can do with your loved one. Okay, that's what matters. It doesn't matter how many handbags I have or dresses there. Okay, I'm not gonna take everything with me. You know, it doesn't matter what car you're driving. You know, it doesn't matter how much money you have. You're not gonna take this with you. When you're gonna die, you're not gonna think about your bank account. Okay, you will think about the most and sacred experiences you had. Okay, and especially you will think about the loved ones. That's what you will take. Okay, you will take those moments and you will take these emotions and feelings and adventures with you. Okay, memories, right? That's what is important. That's what is important. And I don't know why people think the other way. They think that other things now matter more, okay, in life. Now, when you see online, everyone wants to get rich, okay, like seriously, filthy rich. And they're going crazy about that, okay? To get filthy rich, that's the goal, that's the plan. And what he's gonna do with this money, right? No, seriously. Where are you gonna put it when the time will come? Hmm? So yeah, so it's very interesting how the things go now, and I would like to speak about controversial stuff and just explain people, you know, that being you, it's a privilege. Being you is a privilege. Seriously, not everyone even have this privilege to really understand who you are and be you all the time. Okay, especially when the times are tough or when there is a challenge on when you're doing scary things. And scary things, I mean my photo shoot. For some, it's so scary. Okay, the photo shoot is so scary that, believe me, they experience a roller coaster, you know, during the shoot. That's how scary it is. Because they undressing, because they revealing their body. Okay? And very often they do not understand. And what happened with me is that, you see, I don't see anyone's bodies and I don't see anyone's imperfections. Yes, I know the difference in the body types, and I know how to shoot, you know, try different things when I see, you know, different type of bodies. Don't shoot everything in one way. Every time I use a different light. I even don't see the settings, what kind of settings I'm using, you know. I remember when I learned studio photography, that photographer just told me, shoot on this setting. That's it. That's all you need to learn. Okay, few few options on lighting and shoot in this setting. And if you create art, you have to try different things. You have to push. Why people create art? To live forever. Some, of course, want to be famous. I don't know if I want to be famous. I want to be popular. I want to be popular for new directories, okay? Someone who will bring new information. Someone needs to start talking about this. You can't take pictures of people and not helping them and not understanding the human body, the human psychology, okay? Because they come with all the limitations. I didn't see, you know, adults who do not have problems. Okay, if you go to children, you can find there those people, okay, especially the younger group, you get the purer they are, you know. But then we go through the schooling process and we all, you know, afraid to make a mistake, afraid to do something, okay? And it's just scary, and some go through tough parenthood as well, tough childhood. So yeah, so these are the situations that people are in, okay, and then when they grow up, they do not understand who they are, what they like, what they should do in life, what they should choose, what kind of job. They're doing the stuff they hate, okay, and then they translate these hatreds to others, okay. That's the cycle. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, thank you so much. And that was the video about the editing. What can I say? It was disrupted so many times, so I don't know if that happened to me.